Hi everyone. I had a request from someone to do a tapping about working with parts with anxiety. So I thought I would do that today. It's actually a gorgeous sunny day out there, summer turning into autumn, and it feels beautiful. So thinking about anxiety, it's something that we all have at different times, but for some of us it becomes our go-to place. It becomes the feeling that we have automatically in any situation. I can remember my gran saying to me, I worry if I've got nothing to worry about. And she was right, she did. There always had to be something there for her to do that with. And I think often that is not ours necessarily, that we've created in this life. Often we pick up anxiety in the womb, and then parts of us think that's how life should be. I know, thinking about, I was working with a client way back when I first started working with EFT, and she told me that her mother said she was born anxious. And at that point I said, oh no, I think you probably just learnt to be anxious from watching your mum and your grandma. And actually, when you start thinking about it, if you're in the womb of an anxious mother, you're being flooded with adrenaline constantly. And unlike a heroin addict's child who can't make the heroin when they're born, if you're born and you're used to having adrenaline, then your body can create it. And it makes a lot of sense, I think. And also, once you start doing something regularly, parts of you assume that that's what's supposed to happen. So they kick in automatically. And you may find, if you do have problems with anxiety, that it's the go-to response. It's what happens. Something happens, and the first thought is, what if? What if? And you can have words with the subconscious and ask it to make changes. You could talk to the parts of you and explain that it's no longer helpful to do that. And some of it is retraining the brain, because often we don't recognise what we're doing until after we've done it. So if you find with anxiety or with anything else that you're automatically doing, it could be really useful to go, thanks, but no thanks, I'm not doing that anymore. And then move on. And it works. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's a sunny, slow Sunday. I often imagine I've got a waste paper basket beside me when I'm trying to change patterns, and I'll acknowledge what's come up and go, thanks, but no thanks, drop it in the bin, and then refocus on what I do want instead. So anyway, this is a tap for anxiety for anybody that might need it. And as always, I'm tapping on the side of the hand for most of the way through. And if you choose to tap with me, then you take responsibility for your own well-being. So even though parts of me have learnt to be anxious, and sometimes that can be helpful, and mostly it's not, I love and accept the parts of me that learnt to do that. Even though there are parts of me that may have experienced anxiety through my mother in the womb, maybe from previous lives, and I'm carrying that into this life now. I love and accept the part of me that decided it's useful, and I'm letting all parts know that that's a misunderstanding. Anxiety is not useful. It's a manufactured process, because fear is designed to give us an instant prompt to get out of a difficult situation. Anxiety is something that's ongoing, often about something that's not relevant, often about something that isn't relevant right now. Often our anxiety is so based on potential outcomes, the what ifs and the yes buts. And what if those things don't happen? And I love and accept the part of me that got so used to being anxious that I bring it up on every occasion. And I'd like all parts of me to understand that although that strategy was created with the best of intentions, it's actually not doing the job it was designed for. And I'd like the parts that create anxiety to go and talk to the rest of me and my higher self, get the updated information and create a new strategy that works for all parts of me, that's safer, healthier and so much more fun than being anxious. Even though being anxious is really draining and I'm so used to doing it, I'm looking forward to doing something different for a change. And I love and accept all the parts of me who've been doing anxious so well. And I give them permission to stop. I thank them for their hard work and remind them they have choices now. They can move on and do something different, or they could just go and play. And either way, I'm releasing the need to be constantly on the alert for what will go wrong. I'd like to turn the spotlight to what will go right instead, because that will work so much better for me. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I learnt to focus on what will go wrong, I've got used to looking for all the things that could go wrong. All the what ifs, all the yes buts. And now I'm choosing to focus on what will go right. What great outcome could appear? Because that's more used to me. And I love and accept all parts of me, whether they were creating anxiety or not. I know they're always doing the best for me, and that's the truth. So just take a breath and just think about the times that come up for you that make you anxious. And how would it be if you reminded your subconscious, that's not mine, I don't need to carry it? Because mostly it's not. Something like anxiety usually comes down the family line. Often clients will say to me, oh, my mum was anxious, my grandma was anxious. We don't know where it started, we don't need to. And we can acknowledge those people's roles in our life and then release the need for carrying on that old, outdated strategy. So happy tapping, good luck with that, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.